Okay, kitchen porter deep dive. I'll be honest, I was thinking, teenagers, piles of dishes, more soap than a bubble bath. But career progression,
Mm-mm.
specializations, these role catcher guides have got me thinking differently.
Yeah, it's easy to kind of write off a role like this, underestimate it, but these guides really show there's more to it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, first off, I had no clue the career ladder went so high. So you're saying someone could start washing dishes and end up like, what, running inventory for a whole restaurant group?
It's possible, definitely. This guide even mentions some senior kitchen porters. They actually advise on kitchen design, based on all their experience.
Talk about a glow up, right?
Wow, that's kind of amazing when you put it that way.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing all these like specializations. I totally missed it the first time. Inventory control specialist, sanitation, and hygiene officer. I mean, those are legit titles. It is interesting, right? It shows how even in a role that people see as entry level, there's real expertise. Take that sanitation and hygiene officer, for example. They're not just cleaning up, they're making sure the whole kitchen is up to code, health standards, all of that, which, let's be real, that affects the food, the customers, even how good the restaurant's reputation is. It's a big deal.
It makes you wonder, do restaurants even realize how valuable their kitchen porters could be? Speaking of valuable, this whole section in RoleCatcher about, get this, AI-powered CV analysis. How does that even work?
So basically, it takes your CV, analyzes it with algorithms, and then it can highlight things to improve, even suggest skills to add based on your experience, like having a career coach, but digital.
So with that, plus their interview question database and the CV resume builder tool, it's like a whole career toolkit.
Exactly. It gives people the power to manage their own careers. Doesn't matter if you're just starting out as a kitchen porter or you're going for a senior role. Knowing what skills you need, what they'll ask you in an interview, that's huge.
You know what? I bet a lot of people, me included, would see this job as a dead end. But it's a whole career path, and these guides lay it all out, from entry level all the way up to senior. They even have those example profiles for each level. I mean, entry level, junior level, mid-level, senior level. It's like you get a sneak peek at what this job could actually become.
And that is powerful. Imagine being unsure about this job, right? Then you see a profile, a senior kitchen porter who worked their way up, developed systems to manage inventory, started training new staff, even helps plan the menu because they understand the kitchen so well, changes how you see it,
It's
right?
not just about getting any job, right? It's about like building your career. And these role catcher tools really get that. But let's get into the actual work. These guys have this whole thing on interview questions, and some of them are, I don't know, tougher than I expected.
See, that's what's so interesting. It's not just can you do the dishes, it's more like what happens when you're slammed and run out of clean dishes? Or even how do you tell someone they didn't clean something right? Gets at problem solving, communication, thinking on your feet.
You know what really got me? That question. How do you make sure there's less food waste in the kitchen? That's a question for everyone, right? Head chef down to the new person.
Exactly. And it shows how all the roles in a kitchen, they're connected. The kitchen porter, they're not off in their own world. They see how the food's being used, stored, maybe even wasted.
It's like being a kitchen porter gives you a backstage pass to see how the whole business works, you know?
That's a good way to put it. And that experience, just seeing things, figuring things out, those are transferable skills.
Okay, so transferable skills. This is where it gets really interesting. So even if someone doesn't want to be a kitchen porter forever, this job could help them in other careers.
Definitely. Think about it. Time management, being organized, attention to detail, handling stress, solving problems, communication. Those are useful everywhere.
So like being organized in a restaurant kitchen, keeping things stocked and clean, that could be useful for, I don't know, project management, inventory in a warehouse maybe, even something like event planning.
Exactly. And staying calm during the dinner rush. That's customer service, healthcare, anything where things are busy and you can't miss a beat. This guide even mentioned, I think it was a study, that people who'd been kitchen porters were actually more successful in those kinds of high pressure jobs.
Wow, that's pretty cool actually. When you think about it like that, it's not just a job, it's like training for life, right?
You got it. It's about recognizing even those basic tasks that keep things running smoothly, they have value. And isn't that true for any job, any industry, really?
Totally. It makes you rethink how we see different jobs.
Yeah.
Like there's this whole world of skills and experience that people don't always appreciate.
And that's where having the right tools, like RoleCatcher, that's so key. It's more than just job hunting. It's about really understanding how careers are built, what skills matter, and the paths you might not expect.
It's like they've given us x-ray vision or something. We can see the structure underneath, what really matters, even in a job like kitchen porter that people might not think twice about.
Yeah.
It's like they've given us the cheat codes,
Mm-hmm.
you know? For our careers,
Yeah.
we can actually see what's possible now, not just the job title.
Totally. And that's what makes this whole thing so interesting, right? It's not just, oh, being a kitchen porter. It's like understanding how work works, what skills you can use anywhere, those paths you wouldn't expect.
So for everyone listening, whether you're thinking about being a kitchen porter or, up to your elbows in dishes, but like metaphorically, here's something to think about.
Love that. Elbows and dishes metaphorically. I feel that.
Right. So no matter what you do, ask yourself this. What's going on beneath the surface of my job?
Mm-hmm.
What am I learning, maybe without even realizing it, that could be useful somewhere else?
Be curious about your work. What would surprise people about what it really takes to do your job? You never know. The skill you're working on now, even if it seems totally random, it could be what opens up something amazing later on.
Truth. Your career isn't a straight line. It's more like choose your own adventure. Sometimes those detours, the ones you don't expect, they take you to the best places. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.